taunts him and says, look at this man. He has not been granted with a son, and yet he claims to be dear to Allah. So the first part of the verse deals with them. It says, agreed, no son is born to him. But remember, no son like unto you is born to him. The Holy Quran doesn't say no son is born to him. It says, Ma kana Muhammadun aba ahadim mir rijalikum. You see? It's a very deep, very profound, significant verse which says that you are not worthy of being proud of as for anybody to be your father. People like you, you come and go and are wasted and turn to earth meaninglessly. Why should a prophet of Allah be granted just a material son, like a son, a physical son? He should be granted by Allah with a spiritual son instead. And if somebody is father to a prophet, he can rightly take pride in the fact. But if he is a father to Abu Jahl or Utbah and Shaiba, he should hide his face in shame, even if they appear to be men, That is where he perhaps he was justified to bury such people alive, out of shame for them. Not to bury his innocent daughters. But if Utbah, Shaiba and Abu Jahl were born to him, then maybe one could think that if they buried them alive, they did well. So sons like those who were taunting Hadhrat Muhammad Rasulullah was nothing to take pride of. They were rather such as one should be ashamed of them if they were born to you. You understand the point? So the Holy Quran says, no harm. People, he is not a father to a people like you. Okay. But he is Khatam al-Nabiyyin. The obvious meaning is, he is the father of all the prophets. You understand the point? In this context, if you translate the word Khatam the way the non-Ahmadi clergy does, the meaning will become most obnoxious to a believer's taste. Because it would mean, you say he does not have a physical son. We agree. But perhaps you don't know that he will not have a spiritual son either. He has come to finish the office of prophecy once and for all, and you are taunting him for his not having a son like you. We tell you that he will not have a son ever, like prophets of God, because he has come at the end and no spiritual son will be born to him. Will that be a tribute to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Can you consider it a tribute? Can you? Why not? He's Khatam al-Nabiyyin. He has come at the end of prophets. He has finished them all. And this is in answer to the objection that he has no son. God says, yes, we agree, he has no son. And when God agrees, it means he had decided not to grant him a son anyway. Because if his son was to be born to him in future, he should have said, I know I am God. You are right only up to now. In future I am going to grant him a son. But he didn't say that. That means it was decreed, it was decided, God agreed. No son. But also God tells them, if the mullahs are right in their interpretation of Khatam al-Nabiyyin, that he is not only abtar in physical terms, he is also abtar in spiritual terms. No spiritual son will ever be born to him. So what is left of the great status of Hadhrat Muhammad Rasulullah? This is a most insulting translation. The rightful translation is only this, that although he is not a father of men like you, but God has made him the father of all prophets. Now this is for us to prove that he is the father of all prophets. How? Those who were before him, or how could he be the Khatam of all? If you want to understand this, it will take me some time, but I can very clearly make you understand, follow the paths of my thinking, leading you to a most wonderful truth hidden in the word Khatam al-Nabiyyin. You know how you can recognize a son to be the son of a father? How can you? By the signs of his characters, which are sealed on him. So every father is a Khatam to his son. And only through the marks of that seal, you can trace him back to that father. If some other imprint is on a child, no one can say with surety that he belongs to the so-called father. Who can know whether the mother was chaste or not? So what is the surest sign? The mark of seal. So if you find the mark of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's seal on every prophet, wherever he was born, he is like a son to him, because he carries some characteristics of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So the prophets should be recognized by their characteristics and their similarity to Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He will be their spiritual fathers as long as those characteristics are found in any claimant. If not found, then reject him. Go ahead and do it as you please. What a wonderful, what a profound meaning this verse contains, and how it beautifully tallies with what was said before. It is in full agreement with the whole subject of discussion. Got it?
Yes.
Khatam al-Nabiyyin. From his seal and his imprint, you will recognize all the prophets of God. He stands supreme. He is the model. You may not find anybody completely exactly like him, of course. But where is a son who carries all the characteristics of his father? Some fundamental characteristics, and that is enough. That's enough proof of his being a genuine son. So, Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is shown as a model of a father. A father of not only what is to be born, which is not denied, a father to all, wherever prophets were born, you will see them, recognize them, Muhammad's print would be among them. If not, then they're false. What a great claim, and what a wonderful and profound wisdom is expressed in so short a term as Khatam al-Nabiyyin. Now the other Muslims, the clergy who say we do not believe in the meaning, they never go into the depth of this word ever. Ask them, they don't know these things. They don't care. They only make superficial claims. Claims which are not supported by their own thinking later on. I can prove it. Claims which are self-contradictory. They believe in inconsistencies. How? I can prove that. They say, well, but don't go into the details of Khatam and this and that. What we believe is simply this, that the word Khatam means one who ends something. Who Khatam, finishes off completely. Yeah. Everything is done with, done, and dead, no more. Yeah. We say, are you sure? This is the meaning? They say, yes, of course, there's no doubt about it. So we ask them, tell us, all the prophets, an-Nabiyyin, before him, were finished by him? Because Khatam is a file here.
Yes.
The one who does the finishing, act of finishing.
Yes.
So were they all finished by him?